You ever pick someone up and instantly feel like you shouldn't? Like something about them reminds you of your childhood. Welcome to the Unknown Files X, where real stories, dark mysteries and hidden truths are told. I've been driving for years now. Late nights, empty highways, strangers getting into my car, trusting me to take them somewhere. And for the most part, it's routine, quiet, predictable. But every once in a while, a passenger reminds you that people aren't always what they seem. And sometimes, the worst monsters aren't the ones hiding in the dark. They're the ones who grew up right in front of you. This story didn't start in my car. It started when I was just a kid. Back when I believed that monsters only lived in nightmares. I was about 4 years old. Maybe 5. My memory's not perfect. But there are certain things you don't forget. Not ever. We had just moved into this small town. The kind of place where everybody smiles. But nobody really knows you. Quiet streets. Friendly neighbors. The kind of place parents think is safe. I went to a tiny kindergarten. Maybe 15 kids in total. Nothing special. Toys in one corner, drawings taped on the walls. The usual. But there was one thing. One person that didn't fit. Her name was Annabelle. From the very first day. She didn't act like the rest of us. She didn't play. Didn't talk much. Didn't laugh. She just sat in the same corner. Every single day. And that corner? Everyone called it hers. Annabelle's corner. At the time, that didn't seem strange to me. Kids accept things a lot easier than adults do. But what she did in that corner, that's what stuck with me. She made little figures out of Play-Doh. People. Tiny little people. And then, she destroyed them slowly. Sometimes she'd rip their arms off. Then their legs. Then the head. Other times she'd flatten them. Pressing down with this eerie calm expression. Like she was doing something important. Not playing but working. That's the part I remember most. She wasn't playing. She was focused. And no one stopped her. Not the teachers. Not the other kids. Everyone just ignored her. Except me. See, I had this idea in my head. I thought maybe she was different. Like my cousin who needed a little more understanding. And I thought, maybe if I was kind to her, I could help. So one day, I walked over. I still remember how nervous I was. I expected her to scream. Or push me away. Or just stare at me like I didn't exist. But instead, she smiled. A big warm welcoming smile. And she said, "Do you want to be my best friend?" Just like that. No hesitation. No awkwardness. Just instant connection. And as a kid, that's all it takes. So I sat down beside her. And that's when everything changed. She showed me how to make the figures. But she wasn't just teaching me how to shape them. She was giving instructions. This one needs to be short. This one. Big nose. This one. Big ears. At first, I didn't understand. Then I started recognizing them. They were people from our class. Teachers. Kids. Everyone. And the way she destroyed them. It wasn't random. It meant something. I finally asked her why. Why we were doing this. And that's when she said a word I had never heard before. Voodoo. Think about that. A little kid. Talking about voodoo like it was normal. She explained it. In her own childish way. That these dolls were connected to real people. And if we hurt the dolls, something, or someone, would hurt the real person. I remember feeling confused. Scared. But also curious. Because the way she said it. She believed it. Completely. And then she said something that made my stomach twist. They deserve it. Now here's where things take a turn. Because a few days later, one of the girls we made dolls of stopped coming to school. Her name was Kirsty. The teacher told us she was very sick. Something serious. Something we didn't fully understand at that age. But I remember the word. Leukemia. And in my child's mind, there was no doubt. We did that. We caused it. And just when I was trying to convince myself it was all coincidence, another thing happened. One of the teachers, a woman we had made plenty of dolls for, slipped in the playground and broke her leg. That's when fear turned into guilt. Real guilt. The kind that sits in your chest and doesn't let you breathe properly. I couldn't take it anymore. So I did what any scared kid would do. I told a teacher. I told her everything. Every doll. Every detail. Every fear. I thought she'd explain it. Tell me it wasn't real. Tell me I wasn't responsible. But instead, she yelled at me. Called me horrible. Said I was being disrespectful. In that moment, something broke inside me. Because now, not only did I think I caused harm, I also thought I was a bad person. And when I told Annabelle what happened, that's when things got darker. Much darker. She didn't get angry. She didn't panic. She just thought for a moment. Then she smiled. That same calm smile. And asked me if I was sorry for telling. I said yes. Over and over again. And she said, "Good. Then you can prove it." The next day, she brought a knife. A real one. Hidden in her backpack. And she told me to use it. To wait until the teacher was alone. And stab her. 16 times. I remember feeling cold. Like my entire body just shut down. Because in that moment, I understood something. This wasn't a game to her. It never was. And when I refused, she didn't argue. She didn't try to convince me. She stabbed me. Right in the leg. The pain. I still remember it. Sharp. Burning and real. And then everything exploded into chaos. Screaming. Blood. Teachers rushing in. And Annabelle. She didn't stop. She pulled out that knife. And came at me. If that teacher hadn't been there, I wouldn't be telling you this story. That was the last time I ever saw her. We moved away shortly after. And for years, I tried to forget. But you don't forget something like that. You just bury it and pretend it never happened. Now here's where I want you to pause for a second. Because if you're still here, if this story is pulling you in, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe. And drop a comment. Tell me, have you ever met someone who felt off? Someone who made your instincts scream. Even when you couldn't explain why. Because what comes next proves that Annabelle wasn't the only one. Years later, I thought I had left all that behind. I grew up. Got my license. Started driving. Simple life. Pick up passengers. Drop them off then go home. But one night, I picked up someone who reminded me of her. Not in appearance but in feeling. She got into the back seat. Quiet. Too quiet. Didn't say hello. Didn't give directions, she just sat there. And then she made a sound. A clicking sound. Soft as she repeated. My hands tightened on the wheel. Because I had heard that sound before. Years ago. From someone who used to hide in corners. Making things and destroying them. I checked the mirror. She was staring at me. Smiling. And for a split second, I wasn't a grown man driving a car anymore. I was that scared kid again. Sitting on the floor. Next to something I didn't understand. And then she said, "Do you believe actions follow people?" I didn't answer. Because I already knew. Some things never really leave you. You just hope they don't find their way back. I finished the ride. Dropped her off. And she left without another word. No trace. No explanation. But that night I didn't sleep. Because deep down I knew something. There are people out there who don't grow out of the darkness. They carry it with them. Shape it. Feed it. And sometimes, they pass it on. So if you ever feel that instinct, that quiet warning in your chest, don't ignore it. Because the scariest thing I've learned after all these years is this. Evil doesn't always look evil. Sometimes it looks like a child in the corner smiling and waiting for you to sit beside them. If this story stuck with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves real, chilling mysteries. Because here at the Unknown Files X, the stories are real. The fear is real and the truth is always darker than you think. See you on the next one.